My name's Anisha Alpati, and I completed exercise 2.7 in the book, which was a performance profile. So I'll start with a little bit of intro. Performance profiling is basically it's an assessment tool used to measure an athlete's strengths and weaknesses in various aspects of their performance, and it may include analysis of various mental, physical, and fundamental abilities and factors in their respective sports. And it is used by both athletes and coaches to identify the strengths and weaknesses of athletes, and also to set goals upon the weaknesses to ultimately improve their performance in a field. So a little background on myself as an athlete. I'm a tennis player, and I've been playing all throughout my life, including high school. I've competed on the junior circuit, and I've been playing tournaments for a very long time. Now I don't play much anymore, but I still try to make it out every once in a while, and I will still compete in matches. So moving to my personal profile, the 8 areas of my circle included topspin, ground stroke power, aerobic fitness, nutrition, mental resilience and ability, match IQ, agility, and shot placement. So when I completed it, the my strengths in terms of the highest points were ground stroke power, mental resilience, and also nutrition. And the deficiencies, or the ones which I had lowest points in, included match IQ, agility, and top spin. So these were the weaknesses which I wanted to set goals to ultimately improve upon, and which would enable me to improve upon my overall performance. So moving to the goals I set, I didn't want to. One of the tips given by the book is that you should not set too vague of goals, as you may make the improvement process even more complex and tough to do. So I really wanted to focus on this. So instead of setting an overall goal or a vague goal, I wanted to set sub goals, which would help me, compound the effects of what I was doing and ultimately improve the performance. So obviously, as stated before, the three weaknesses that I had were match IQ, agility, and topspin. So I set a different sub goal for each of these three. So the first sub goal that I set was for match IQ. So usually I kind of went into matches just going with the flow and adapting to my opponent. But often I would not know what to do if I was leading or if I was in a position that I had not been in before. So the tennis playbook or tennis notebook is a very helpful tool which can increase match IQ overall. And basically, what I would do is spend about 10 or 15 minutes before each match and write in it or review notes that I made. And it could be about anything about strategy or my opponent's game or anything that I wanted to focus on. And it helped me to build a game plan that I want to impose in my matches. And this was my first goal, which would improve match IQ. So my second goal was to improve upon agility. And what I did for this one was pretty simple. I basically just got one of these agility ladders, as you can see here, and I would complete uh, 30 minutes daily of random agility drills, such as side shifts, karaoke, high knees, stuff like that. And my goal with this was to once again ultimately improve my agility on the tennis court. And my final weakness, which I set a sub goal for, was topspin. So what I did for this one was I got this ZEP sensor, which goes on your racket, and it tracks every aspect of your game, including topspin. So I set a limit on the topspin amount, and I wanted to do about 50 or 60 repetitions of a certain topspin amount in each of my hitting sessions. So once I got these reps, I knew that I had done enough to kind of reinforce that muscle memory to ultimately improve my topspin and the way I was hitting the ball. And moving to my overall experience with this performance profile, I thought it was a very well crafted activity for athletes and anyone who really wants to improve their performance in a field. And I think it is very much vital for athletes and coaches in particular, as it allows for self reflection and self improvement. And that ultimately is the only way to improve performance in anything in a field. So I do believe that this activity certainly helped me to identify my strengths and weaknesses, and it gave me a clear sense of what I needed to work on to improve my performance through my goals, as you just saw. And so far, I have seen a few positive results of my goals and what I have been doing as a result of the performance profile. The amount of matches that I've won more games in and won overall has gone up in the recent weeks. So I do believe that this is a very helpful tool and it has increased my performance by a good amount.